Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about motivation is the brain and discipline is the body or the base. What does that mean? Basically, motivation is the direction, the main thing, that is the main thing. But discipline is the thing that's going to make it happen. Probably confused. You probably thought that discipline was everything. But without motivation, without direction, discipline is pretty much it does not serve you. Okay, let me explain this in detail. So, discipline is very important. I'm not saying discipline is worthless without motivation. You can still study for that exam and get 90%, but you hate that subject. It can still happen. But but you're not going to be very fulfilled and happy if you just focus on doing things that you don't like to do, but discipline is carrying you. So motivate that's where motivation comes in. So the first thing but in order to get motivation, you need to decide what you want to do. What do you want to do? Do you want to be a strong man? Do you want to be an influencer? Do you want to be a fighter? That's the motivation. That's the goal. Now, not something bad. For example, you want to be a bank robber, a gangster, whatever. That's bad. Okay? There's better things than that to achieve status. Because why do people become gangsters? They do it because they want to feel strong, they want to get a high status, and they want to be degenerate. Pretty much, they may be. Okay, I'm not gonna say it, but basically, it's pretty much for the wrong reasons. There are other ways to gain status and feel strong. For example, becoming a mixed martial artist or doing martial arts, becoming a boxer in a boxing community. And yeah, that is a better alternative than getting killed when you're very young. Rather, you get very killed when you're very old, but at least you got some gold medals, boxing trophies. Now, how does this tie with motivation and discipline? What do you want to do? Do you want to maybe, I don't know, let's say you want to be like a influencer, but you don't want to become a doctor. Now, sure, you may make the best doctor in the world if you really locked in, but you didn't want to do that. You did what you wanted to do, and instead you become the second best fighter in the world. Sure, you are talented in maybe biology, but you feel way more happier, way more fulfilled if you did what you wanted to do. You wouldn't hate every moment studying to become a doctor, and maybe you're sure you're the best doctor, but you really do not like your job. You don't like your life. It consumes so much of your time. Sure, you make a lot of money, but you don't even get to spend it because you're too. My back is hurting. Yeah. Because you're too focused on work and stuff. So, you first need to figure out what you want to do, and second, you need to have you have to do what it takes to achieve that goal. You can. So again, last I'm gonna say it again. You can be disciplined, but without direction and motivation, you're not gonna be consistent. Or even if you are consistent, you're not going to be fulfilled. No clarity. You don't want to look back thinking, what if I became what I wanted to become? You're gonna look, rather you look back is, at least I tried on what I wanted to do, rather than becoming a working a job I don't want to work, studying what I didn't want to study. Yeah. And my life, I do not like it. Now, we're gonna use the gym as an example. You want to go to the gym. Your goal is you want to get more sex appeal. You want to be more attractive to the opposite sex. Maybe you don't want to do it for, or maybe you just want to do it for yourself, your health, whatever. Be honest with your intention. Almost every guy wants to go to the gym because he wants to attract the opposite sex more. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with thinking that. Maybe girls want to be more attracted to guys, whatever. Not, and then maybe if someone asks you, you don't need to be honest with them. You just need to be honest with yourself. Your mom asks you, why do you go to the gym? He's smiling. And then you say, oh, I just want to get big muscles like dad. You know what I mean? Simple. You don't need to tell them anything. You just need to be honest with yourself. Because if you're not honest with yourself, you're living in a lie. Well, obviously. Living in a lie is worse than being honest with yourself. Are you gay? Are you whatever? I don't care. It doesn't matter as long as you're honest with yourself. It's not anyone else's concern what you want to do. It's only yours. No one cares about you. If they talk about you, they're not helping you with your life. They're not helping you with your financial stability. They're not helping you get lean and mean. They're not helping you get a girlfriend. They're not helping you be fulfilled in life. They're just there to talk, to talk. If you listen to them and you become a doctor, you're living in their life. Sure, they'll be happy, but what's interesting is they'll be even more happy if you did what you wanted to do and you become successful at it. That's why you gotta do what it takes. The discipline is the base, the motivation is the head. The head. If you need to find out what you want to do, and you need to have the discipline. Be willing to do what it takes to achieve that goal. Simple. Now, you're probably scared. You're thinking logically. I might not make it in boxing, but I will definitely make it in psychiatry. Sure, you might make it in psychiatry, but you'll actually perform worse because once you get that degree, once you become a psychiatrist, you're working for someone you don't want to work for. You don't have enough time to spend with your children. You don't have Your wife cheats on you, and you don't know because you work too much. And yeah, man, life is just gonna be considerably worse. You trading? I do you want to have more money and be sad, and you don't even get you don't even get the time to go for vacation and all. You're unfit. You're fat. Your wife is alone with the children. Or would you want to be like, let's say, I'm just making an example. I don't know, maybe you wanted to be like an archaeologist or a fighter, or would you rather be like a boxer, MMA fighter, famous, rich, or maybe you see that I don't want to say you let's say you fail and then you become poor. You're going to be listen, whatever you do, whatever you want to do, you will definitely become successful as long as you're willing to take the burden. As long as you're willing to discipline yourself to work as hard as possible so you can achieve that goal. So now I don't want to hear anything else besides I'm going to make it to the top. It depends regarding on what you want to do. So when you become rich and successful in what you want to do, then you look at your life. You're at home mostly, you're retired now, you have so many achievements, and maybe your parent, literally, you tell your parents you want to become a fighter, they say no, and then you do it anyway, and then they get angry at you for one day. The next day they'll ask you what you want to eat. You did what you wanted to do. So remember, motivation is the head, discipline is the body. The body, the head gives direction. What do you want to do? What do I want to do? The discipline is the main thing. Is like the motivation is the core, the heart. But the main thing, what's gonna keep that heart surviving? The body. Because you're going to hunt, you're going to eat, you're going to, I don't know, you're going to reproduce. The body is the thing that helps the heart survive, but the heart is the thing that keeps that that helps the body with this direction. That's all I have to say. Thank you for watching. And I have a course on fitness link in the description. You won't be disappointed. Peace.